What's up guys, it's Brandon Childs, and today we're going to be going over how to load the body for lower body activities. Now the first way to do it, which is the most popular but my least favorite way, is basically putting the bar on your back. Now the main reason I don't like this position, for one, unless you have enough muscle built up in your upper back, you're probably going to be sitting on a nerve, which is going to be very uncomfortable and cause a lot of neck pain and issues of that sort. So you want to make sure you're doing a lot of shoulder activities to make sure that you have enough muscle in your back to support the bar in the first place. The next reason I don't like the bar is because, as you notice, when you put the bar on your back, it creates this hyperextension in the entire back area. So when you go to initiate any kind of activity, more than likely, as you can see, I'm really arching my back and putting a lot of strain on my lower back. If you're going to do it this way, you have to make sure you're very conscious of rotating your pelvis up and engaging your abs all the way down so that you're getting support from your abs and not putting all of the strain on your back. It's a little bit of an advanced thing, so that's why, again, I don't necessarily recommend this position, because you got to have a lot of body awareness in order to do that motion. But if you do it, like I said, shoulders are going to naturally be back, engage your abs in the front, and then as you go down, you want to keep that ab engagement the entire time as you're going down so that you don't injure your lower back. The other reason, and also one of the biggest reasons I don't really like this exercise in this way, is because there's really no functional benefit to putting weight on your back like this. There's nothing we do in sports or anything we do in life where we're carrying anything on our back like this. Maybe if you're carrying a heavy backpack, but again, that's a far reach. So another reason, you can pretty much get rid of this activity altogether for the better version, which is the front load. Now what this does is, well, there's two ways to do it. First of all, you'll see like a lot of professionals, they'll do it like this. I don't necessarily have the wrist and upper body flexibility to do it like this. So the easy way to do it is basically crossing your arms at the shoulders like this, letting the bar rest right on the gap of the shoulders, then putting the hands on top so that it doesn't roll anywhere. Now the reason I recommend this way is because, as you can see, when I do load it here, it's not putting any kind of strain on my back. I'm already in a position where all I have to do is make sure to keep my elbows high, which is going to, engage my upper back and shoulders. But I'm in a position where it's a lot easier to engage my abs. And as I go down, as you can see, versus if I have it on my back, I have to do that arch. As I go down here, all I have to really do is keep my elbows up, and my back is in a more straight position, which is the position you want to be in when you're lifting any kind of heavy weights or anything in real life. So, like I said, I prefer this one over the back one because more and more in our day-to-day lives, we're carrying things in the front of our body versus loading them on the back of our shoulders. The other reason why I like to do the front load is because you can make it a lot more dynamic and also use it with dumbbells. So the way you do that, essentially you just bring the dumbbells up on your shoulders here, and now you're allowing them to rest there, and all you have to do is use your hands to balance. So where now, again, it's a lot easier to put your body in a position to keep your back straight and engage your abs and your glutes when you're doing any of those activities. You can also get really creative if you want to and use one dumbbell, so now you're working on one side at a time, get fancy and things like that. Now the third and arguably the most beneficial way, most functional way in my opinion, is basically loading the weight below your waist. The reason I say that is because when you have weight held like this, you basically put it in a position where it's going to pull you forward, and you have to work your posterior chain, your back, your glutes, and everything the proper way. So the way you do that is you make sure your shoulders are always back and down, but you also make sure your abs are engaged and your glutes are engaged. So now you're in a position where everything's nice and stable and your spine is protected to do these activities. Most of the things we do, we spend more time picking things up, and usually as you get older with age, you're more than likely to throw your back out or injure yourself if you're not properly trained the right way. So that's why this is, I personally say this is arguably the most functional, way of loading and training your body. Now, as far as the grip, when you get to start doing heavier weight, if you have your hands overhand like this, if you don't have a lot of grip strength, you're going to start losing it. The easy fix for that is if you basically rotate one hand up like that. It'll still allow you to be in a position where you can engage your back, but it also makes it less likely that that bar is going to slip out of your hands. You can also do this with dumbbells, any kind of weight you want. All you have to do is essentially hold them to the side, so it makes it a lot easier to do, whatever kind of activity you may want to do, and it makes it a lot more dynamic. And just like the front squat with the dumbbells, where you can take one out and do some single arm, lower body activities. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and if you have any questions or requests, make sure you leave them in the comments so that I can continue to make content that'll bring out your ultra instinct.